What's up YouTube? Today I'm going to be doing a little overview of the Destiny 2 beta. We're going to be talking about what is returning from Destiny 1 and what is new. First thing you're going to get when you hop into this game, just like Destiny 1, is the choice of 3 different classes. You have the Titan, the Hunter, and my favorite, the Warlock. Now the first mission you're going to play when you hit up this beta, it's called Homecoming. It's going to show you what's going to happen to the tower and to the Guardians. But spoiler if you didn't know, this happens. Alright, first let's talk about the Titan class. So the good news is, for anyone who plays the Titan, your Striker class from Destiny 1 is making a return. And yes, that means shoulder charge. Hooray. Now, there has been a little change to the Striker class. Instead of having one singular huge strike in a super use, Titans will have up to 4 separate ones. So as you see here in the clip, I'm able to use my super 4 separate times. Now let's talk about the new Titan class. It's called Sentinel. It's pretty much Captain America. You run around, you throw your shield, block stuff with it, and you bash enemies. It is absolutely badass. So if you decide to play a Titan in the Destiny 2 beta, you will get to test out the new exotic auto rifle, Sweet Business. I'm not going to read out the perks on this weapon to you. You can pause the video and look at it yourself, but I do have to say this weapon is amazing and it looks amazing. It's a freaking Gatling gun. Who would not like that? Out of the 3 exotics tested in this beta, I do have to say this weapon was my favorite. Up next, let's talk about the Hunter. So the returning class for the Hunter from Destiny 1 is the Gunslinger. Now, just like the returning Striker class, there has been a change to the Gunslinger class. Instead of having 3 shots with your super, you will have 6 shots, and the timer will run out a lot faster. Now, the new class for the Hunter is called Arcstrider. This is very similar to the Blade Dancer from Destiny 1, mainly because it's also arc, and you're still running around slashing things. Instead of a blade, we now have a staff.
We hold here. That command ship is next to us.
Next, let's talk about the exotic hand cannon you get to use when you choose the Hunter class in the Destiny 2 beta. This weapon is called the Sunshot and it does deal solar damage. Now, I wasn't a fan of this weapon, but that's just my opinion. Other people seem to like it, but that's your choice. Now, if you actually notice in this clip, when you kill an enemy with the Sunshot, they do combust. So, as much as I don't like this weapon, it is pretty cool, and I'm going to say that a lot of people are going to love playing with it. And saving the best class for last, we have the Warlock. The returning class for the Warlock is Voidwalker, so yes, that means giant flying ball of Void coming back at us. Now, when you cast your super ability, the Voidwalker has not changed by much. You still throw a giant ball of Void at your enemy. The only difference is it will split up into other tiny Void balls that do seek at your enemies. Now, the new class coming in for the Warlocks, it is called Dawnblade. Now, this is absolutely my favorite class so far. You fly in the air, you wave a sword around, and you rain fire upon your enemies, and it is absolutely amazing. Now, coming to the last exotic in the Destiny 2 beta, we have some machine gun you get when you play as the Warlock called the Risk Runner. Now, this gun shoots arc bullets, and it's kind of like the Zalo Supercell from Destiny 1. It will chain lightning to other enemies and you have a chance to return ammo. Now after you finish the first mission of the Destiny 2 beta, you will open your directory and you will see that you have 3 options. One of the options in the middle is the inverted spire strike. You can see gameplay of that in my last video. And you will also have 2 crucible selections. One will be 4v4 low intensity, which is kind of like a search and destroy. And the other is a 4v4 low intensity, which is just capture the flag. Now, when you first spawn in the inverted spire strike, you could follow the mission and you could do what it says to do. Or you could wait around and discover that there are pikes you can ride. So that means yes, our vehicles are indefinitely returning. And if you want to go have some fun with your friends, shoot some enemies with the pikes, well, hopefully you find one. They won't spawn right away when you come in. You may have to wait a while. If you're lucky, they will spawn in right away, but that didn't happen with me. I had to wait about half an hour before mine spawned. Now, something to figure out once you get into the actual system here on the planet, you can't walk on this white Vex milk. At least, that's what the game calls it. You will take damage from it, so luckily, if you find a pike, you can ride across it, as you can see here. Hop on the pike, and boom, you're on the milk. Or whatever this is. So from there on, you can ride across it, go find enemies on the other side. There are enemies on the other side of the river, or lake, whatever you want to call it. And possibly some other areas that aren't even open in the beta yet, so go check that out if you would like. Oh, and Destiny fans, don't worry. Sweeperbot is still alive and still sweeping the tower, even through all this chaos. Now, for Crucible in the Destiny 2 beta, we got a taste of the 4v4 high intensity. Now, when you did this, we played on the map Midtown. This was the only 4v4 map, high intensity, that was available in the beta. This one, again, as I said earlier, involves almost like a search and destroy. So you go find either a charge, you set it, and you gotta wait till it explodes. Or if you're on the other team, you have to find a charge that's either being set and defuse it, or defend the team from setting a charge. So as you can see here, I am setting the charge. It takes a little bit to actually pop up, and then you're defending it. And hopefully you have a good enough team to have the charge defuse. Now the second Crucible option available is 4v4 low intensity, which is just a game of control, capture the flag. Now the only change made to this from Destiny 1 is that when the game starts, each team will start off with 1 point captured. So I start off with having flag A, and the other team has flag C. In other words, B is the neutral, everyone's going to be going for that.
Lost the lead.
Now, the second slight change made to Control is that you can have your entire team standing on a flag, but it will always capture at the same rate. So it doesn't matter if you have your entire team, it won't go any faster. You can have only one person on there and everyone else defending, it will still go at the same pace. And you don't have to neutralize the flag anymore. Just hop in there and capture the flag.
Lost.
And the very last thing in the Destiny 2 beta is the social space we will get to explore in the European Dead Zone. It is called The Farm. And when you first drop into the social space, feel free, roam around, do whatever you'd like. You're going to come across some devices you can interact with, like this lancing here, for example. Turn it off, turn it on, hocus pocus. There are so many things in this social space that have not been added yet, obviously because they don't want to spoil everything. For Destiny 1 players, if you walk around, you will notice some things that are returning. Destiny players can now show off their new sick dance moves to everyone around them. So here I am with a Titan. I have no idea who this guy is, but hey, let's have a dance off. It really doesn't matter. They're the same dance moves. Going farther down the road, you will find a soccer field. So you can go around with your friends, score the ball in the net, and you will see some fireworks go off, just like this. Though this doesn't really make sense, seeing the ball did not go in the net. Bungie, fix that. And because this was a beta, obviously there are still places inaccessible to us at this time. So who knows what that will be? We'll figure it out once the game comes out. And obviously, engrams are returning because what would Destiny be without that sweet, sweet loot? Alright, well that's all I'm going to show the social space. If you want to see any more of it, that's for you to look at, for you to figure out. I will show more of it once the game is actually released. Well, I hope you enjoyed my little rundown of the Destiny 2 beta, of, kind of catching the feel of what Destiny 2 is really going to be. I cannot wait for this game to be released. I am so pumped for it, and I hope everyone else is too. I'll let this video close out with the ending of the Destiny 2 beta story mission.
How do we come back from this?
You don't. Welcome to a world without light.
Guardian, something's wrong.
Do not look at me, creature. You are weak, undisciplined, cowering behind walls. You're not brave. You've merely forgotten the fear of death.